My name is Kathy Weller Art. I go live here on YouTube every day at 10 a.m. and at 12:30 p.m. In this one, in both of them, I create hand-drawn art live from blank page to finished art. So you can see, here's some of the ones I've done recently. Oh, they're the other way, this way. So you can watch and learn new techniques. Let's see if I can open my page. There we go. See my process, listen to my thoughts in real time. Yes, that's true. You're right inside my head with me. Yes, when we're doing these. Want to see what I did yesterday? Here's one I did yesterday. That's pretty cool, huh? So, yeah, so sometimes I do stuff in part 1, part 2, but today we're going to do everything in 1 hour. We're going to do the entire thing. Just flipping through some of these pieces that I'm a lefty, so I'm constantly turning my sketchbook around. Yeah, so every day at 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. and come and hang out with me, drink your coffee. I'm drinking mine, and let's make some art together. My hope is that you can pick up some new techniques that maybe you've never tried or haven't seen. Maybe you're learning, maybe you'll find a new material that you like and that you're interested in trying. That kind of stuff. It's just kind of a fun hang. So today we're going to create a sea hibiscus piece of art like this. And this is the flower. And I have some data points, which I'm going to share with you. So it's a sea hibiscus. It's got a bunch of other names. We're going to add all that into here, or a lot of it. It's a tropical evergreen shrub or small tree. And we're just going to go right in with markers. I'm using these OHUHU markers today. These are water-based, and they are marketed as non-paper shredders, which is kind of interesting. I can't remember how they worded it in the I don't remember how they word it in the in the listing, but that is what they are. So let's do this. So I'm going to pick out some. This flower is really interesting. It's kind of like a hibiscus, but it looks a little bit different. But what's really interesting about it, I mean, there's a lot of things that are interesting about things, but the interesting thing that kind of threw me is that it flowers for 1 day. It changes color throughout the day, and then it falls. So it goes from yellow to orange or red throughout the day. And then, excuse me, and then it falls to the ground. And it's kind of like poetic and romantic and a little sad, actually. But it's kind of like my Rose of Sharon, which is in my little yard. And those flowers, I constantly find those falling all over. So, some flowers don't last forever, but yeah, it's kind of sweet. So let's start out with a lighter color that we're going to use that can vibe with both yellow and orange. So I'm going to do that. And I'm just going right in. I'm not even sketching today. So we have no idea what is going on here. Who do I think I am? I'm just starting to draw like this. I'm just doing it. Let's just do this. So some of the colors that this flower ranges from some really beautiful peachy colors, and let me do this for you. Peachy and really, really, really light yellow. And it's kind of a beautiful flower. And it's also a very elegant looking hibiscus, because some hibiscuses are very flamboyant. And this one is too, but it's it's very delicate. It's kind of like a little ballerina, like the way that it has there's 5 petals, and then they very delicately like go into each other, like hibiscuses do. But these the actual petals are like way more delicate, I think. I'll show you a picture. I just grabbed this off the Google, but hold on one second. I'll show you. I grabbed that off the Google. I'm not using just like one piece of reference material, and I don't ever copy like direct at all. That's just not my vibe. And like, why would you? You're making your art, you know? You're not like copying a picture. But I like to grab as much as I can, like a bunch of reference. And then I just sort of create my own little Frankenstein monster out of it, which, you know, it's kind of fun way to do it. But this yellow is actually very much, it very much looks like the one. I gotta make sure my mic is on. Looks like it. Okay, good. I got a new mic. I'm not wearing it. I have it clipped to my lamp. I don't want it to do this staticky thing because, and I'm so sorry to be talking about like live stream problems or like video problems with you. It's just, you know, these things must be talked about. I have had some crackly sounding streams, which totally bums me out because nobody wants to listen to a crackly stream. I don't want to listen to a crackly stream either. I wouldn't want to. So, yeah, my goal is to improve my setup. But you know what? You just have to start. You know, you just have to start, and then you fix things as you go. And that's how to get S done, right? That's how to get stuff done. That's how to make things move forward. So that is what I'm doing. I'm just working. I'm working to make it happen and to move forward and, you know, fix things along the way, you know, improve things as I can go along the way. And that's perfect. You know that like 5 years ago, I was absolutely terrified. Terrified to do live stream. And look at me now. Look at me now. So what I would like to do with this one is I would like to show this beautiful flower in every phase. And I don't know if I'm going to have room on my page for that, but I also want to show some leaves because these leaves are very beautiful and they're very distinct of this tree. So the leaves are big and heart-shaped. I'll show you. See that leaf? It's like that. It's a big heart-shaped leaf. So that's how the leaf looks. And I have a little pad of paper here I can test out what colors, because ultimately everything's going to meld together, I promise you. But I do like to know what I'm working with. That's all. So maybe we do like, oh look, there's different kind of leaves too. Interesting. Some of the leaves are smaller and you don't actually see. Maybe I'll do like, see, you don't want to overthink these things. Maybe I'll do, and then we can write in it. We can do some writing in it because I'm going to put data points in like I do typically. And if you've been with me in this week at all, last week, I've been doing Hawaii, and I'm not done with doing Hawaii. I know I started doing it last Thursday, and I have decided. Wait a minute. Okay, so pretend I didn't do that. Let's do this. So I think I'm gonna do Hawaii until Monday, and then Monday I'm gonna start fresh with a new theme, and then from there we'll do week to week, because I started about 2 weeks ago. I started live streaming, and sorry, let's pick out some more pens here. So I picked out, I picked out the theme, and then I thought it might be kind of fun and different to change my themes on Thursday, but I changed my mind because honestly, I don't need to always zag when other people zig. You know what I mean? Like sometimes that's not practical, and I don't like want to confuse. Usually people start a theme on a Monday, and like maybe that's not a bad thing. Like I enjoy the thought of like, hey, start a new theme on Thursday, because that's kind of like a fun time of the week a good time of the week to sort of like, reinvigorate yourself a little bit. So I thought that would be kind of a cool idea to do that. But then I thought, maybe I'll just stick to Monday or Sunday type of thing, because that's what people used to. That's what people expect. Maybe that's like more within the comfort zone. Maybe, I don't know. Tell me what you think. Tell me your thoughts. Wow, these flowers really do change quite a bit. So when they change colors, the inside changes too. And the inside, these little darker colors. So I'm just looking over here to pick out what marker I want to use. I'm going to use this one. Let's see if this works. The thing about these OHUHUs, and I like them a lot, sometimes you really want to look at your color chart. So when you get it, you get this little, you get a color chart, but then you also get, hey, fill in your own colors, right? So you get a card to fill in your own colors, which is great, because then you can just sort of refer back to that. Because what I'm trying to say, and not doing a very good job of it, is that the titles and the outside color of the pen is not always, conducive to what is inside of it. So I think I'm going to use a little bit of a lighter color, because I want to do some layering. Oh, and the cool thing about these pens too, which is they market them as like paper friendly, like supposedly they don't shred your paper like normal pens do or can. And I mean, I haven't noticed any paper shredding. So I will say, like, yay, no paper shredding. I haven't had any, so that's good. But what the hell is going on here? I don't know what I just did. Look at this. I'm gonna fix this little guy. Oh, I gotta show you this. Maybe I'll pull this out later. This cartoonist white ink, and I have a video coming up showing you how I use this, or like when I just first opened the bottle, what it was like. I think I might bring some of that in here because I think I just overdid that a little bit. Anyway, let's get a nice green. I think I want to use, oh, I know what I want to use. I'm going to use a light gray. A light, we have some grays here. Purple gray, cool gray, and this. See, this is what happens, right? Say you do a picture and you're not happy with how it's coming out. Make it work. This is make it work time because I was busy talking to you, which is fine, but I don't know what I did. So we're going to make it work. We're just going to make things work. I always find that when I'm doing, art, it's always like a conversation with yourself, and you're always asking yourself questions and making decisions as you go, and that's like part of the fun. And it's all about the process too. I'm gonna get so caught up. See, I'm sitting here judging. No judge. No judging. We're fixing that anyway. It's gonna get fixed. But markers, you do have to be careful because with markers because they're markers. You can't erase it. You know what I mean? This color will work. It's green. I'm just flipping through my photo reference here. I mean, I kind of like a Hot Mess Express day. I'm into it. That's fine. I'm going to challenge myself to pick this one back up and make it something that I really like. Or that I learn from. That's good too. And you know what I'm tempted to do? I'm tempted to pull out the NeoColors because NeoColors are my friend. And maybe I will. But right now we're just sticking with the OHUHUs. I don't think I've used like a combo of OHUHU markers, water-based markers, and yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Yes, I think that's what I'm going to do. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to add in, we're going to do NeoColors over this, and it's going to be a lot of fun because it's going to be dark, and I'm going to write over it. I'm going to do some light colored writing over it. So I'm just picking out my greens, and okay, let's get some more greens going here. We got some more dark ones. So now I finally thought, oh, okay. I'm finally thinking, now I have a use for these darker greens because I've been wondering what I'm going to do with some of these darker OHUHU colors because, I like to do light colors and layer, but like, hey, let's just go in. Let's just go in and do this. I'm going to use a layer here. Ooh, I like how when you color darker on top of these other ones, you see the lines still. That is cool. That's very neat. So this pen, the OHUHU markers are, you get a set of 50 of these for, what do they cost? Oh, there goes my iPad. Hold on, I gotta do triage on my iPad. Just a moment. If you can't hear me, let me know too, because I'm not wearing my mic. I have my mic over on my lamp, on my clip lamp. It's a clip mic. I'm sorry. I have the mic over on, clipped on my lamp because to avoid crunchies, those crunchy little noises that I can't stand on playback. They make me so sad when I listen to a replay for quality control, and I'm like, what's going on here? Okay. All right, we're gonna break out. What time is it? We have, it's 21:32. Okay, good. Let's stay on the clock today because it's fun. It's fun to do. And I was very determined to do it today because I have been doing like I just did like part 1, part 2, part 3 of Maui Map. And I want to show it to you real quick. Hold on. We got it right here within reach. Oh, there it is. So I just did part 1, part 2, part 3 of this. And while I love that, I love that that was such a big challenge for me to do. And it sort of it kept me from like feeling like I was already like, like sometimes repetition and doing things the same way as always is good. But I am a person who likes to mix things up. So I did do that with the different parts of the Maui map, but then I'm like, that's a lot. Like that's kind of, it's a lot for me. I can't imagine what it's like for my viewers, like people who are watching. It's like, that's fun, but it's also like, let's do something a little bit less intense. You know what I mean? So yeah, so it was it's kind of intense to have a 3-part live project. So I thought maybe today, I'm not saying we're not going to do parts later. I know we'll do it again, but let's let's do like something that is start to finish today. Because that's nice. Start to finish is nice. I want deeper. I want deeper red-ish. Red-ish, maroon-ish. Oop, sorry about that. This could work. We could try this one. What else we got? Okay, we have a bunch to choose from. We can try one of these. So I'm going to put this over here. I'm just going to grab this one and see if this is what I'm looking for. All right. I love the color, and the color is good. It's not as deep as I want, though. I don't know if I'm going to... Oh! This might be it. This might be it. This might be it. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So this isn't exactly where I thought it was going to take me, but I'm good right now on this. I'm just flipping through my pictures because I do want to in a place. Decisions, decisions. Okay, let's continue the out. Sorry about the bumps. Sorry about my little wobbly. It's actually super steady, but I just probably don't have it tight enough. It's I have one of those canvas lamps. If you've seen them, they're great. Probably the best phone holder I've ever used that's like attached to, that's like attached to my table. But like my light stopped working. So I have a bazillion lamps around me. So the shadows on this guy, the yellow, they're like not undertone of red. So it's interesting because this flower, it turns like a peach, like a peachy orange, not orange, peachy, and then drifts into, and this is throughout the day, and then it like drifts into like this kind of color, like this really soft maroon-ish, like a blue-based red. But, excuse me, iced coffee. The shadows on this guy is like, I mean, they're greenish. That's too bright though. That's not neutral enough. And I don't know if I can. Yeah, that's okay. I'll use that. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. So we'll do. See, this is just like marker stuff because there's limitations, right? But the cool thing is you can just do mixed media and mix things, so get a layer down of one thing, get a few different, colors, whatever you want, and then you go in with something completely different, like you just throw something else at it and it's really cool. That's what we're gonna do. I don't want to do this. I am gonna go in, we're gonna do a dark background. And I know it's like, how are you gonna finish this thing, Kathy, in 40 minutes? Half an hour, in less than half an hour. We're gonna finish this. Actually, maybe go over 5 minutes. Maybe could go over 5 minutes. I did start a little late after I got on here. I didn't jump right in, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it because that is the challenge of the day. Challenge for now, for today, is one piece. Here comes a crazy green. We have not used this one yet, and I don't even know what it looks like. Oh, look at that. It's like a super grassish, but bluer. Bluer than that, but very much like what you would expect a St. Patrick's green to look like, right? So we're just layering colors here. And we're just making a background because I'm going to write all over the background. Okay? We're going to do, and this is kind of interesting and fun. It's like a weird collage. And it's also a trust the process thing because this is whacked. Like, this is whacked right now. But it's going to get better. And I don't even know how it's going to get better, but it will. I know it will. Oh, it's going to get better. I'm going to turn this into a beaut. We're going to turn this into one of those things that I'm like, that's cool. Like, I never did that before. And I really like that. Cool method, Kathy. Pat myself on the back. Cool method that I came up with on a live stream. And who says I have to draw from life? I don't. I can just go with my vibe. And this is my vibe. This is my vibe. Okay. Looks a little Christmassy, I have to say. So you know what? Let's throw a bunch of like pink at it. Let's de-Christmas it. Well, we're gonna throw a bunch of NeoColors at it. The one thing I have to think though is I do want to make sure that my markers are dry. So I might have to throw on my AC to just get things. It's a little hot in here, but I usually keep the AC off when I'm streaming because even though it's not, you really can't hear it if I have my mic on. If I have my mic like in my if I have it working, I still don't, you know, I don't want to risk it. You know what I mean? This is definitely crazy, but that's cool. I kind of think it's a lot of fun. I'm going to save that leaf for later. Let's throw some pink at this. This also has the added benefit of having a little bit of my paint splash from yesterday's quiet time. I do another stream at 12:30 called Quiet Time or Quiet Art. Sorry, Quiet Art Live. I changed a word in it. It's Quiet Art Live. So it's quiet. We don't talk. It's really like pantomime art, like it's show and tell sort of thing. Maybe we'll use OHUHUs today, or maybe I'll just let these juice back up, give them a break. I do want to say, if you do get the OHUHUs, and you're used to Molotov, not Molotov, and you're used to Tombos, sorry, I'm getting my paint pens. Don't expect Tombow. They're not Tombos. They are not Tombos, so I don't want you to cry. I don't want you to be sad. I never want you to be sad and think, oh my God, these don't live up to my expectations. Okay, what they are is they are fantastic for 50 cents a marker. That's what they are. They're actually, I mean, I'm pretty happy with them, but they are like a, they are an economical, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with an economical art supply. Are you kidding me? If it works, there's some things like absolutely not, no way. You know, there are certain art supplies like it's like just don't even bother, don't waste your time, don't do it. The OHUHUs, pretty cool, pretty cool. I like what's happening here. I kind of want to go back into the pink. I mean into the orange. No, into the pink. I kind of want to go back into the pink. Let's do a light pink. I really got to get I got to get a move on with this lettering situation because, but I think it's going to go pretty quickly because I'm like ready to roll. I'm ready to rock and roll here. Let me do that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I do like the orange. I don't want to make it too dark up here, but I do want impact on the title. And because of that, I do want it to be dark up there. So let me, I don't know what's going on down here. Something's got to change because this is kind of, okay, that's a little better. It's a little bit of a hot mess down here right now for me. I'm just going to pile on and get rid of that crazy green. And let's make it like a nice little maroonish tone. That works. And then we'll have a little red in there. Let's make it look like it's on purpose. There we go. Right. That's good. Thanks, Seco Muse Art. I just said hi. You happy? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I hope that brings you a little happy. Let's do that. All right. Let's see. Let me wipe this off. Oh, so what I was saying like 10 minutes ago was that I do want my pens to be dry. I do want my pens to dry before I go in with my NeoColors. And it's okay if some of them aren't, because we can always do like different parts. You know, you don't have to wait on the whole piece just because like a part of it isn't ready. You can do what's ready and then you move around. But I'm gonna pump my AC on real quick because I think I just need a little additional air in this like movement, so I can jump into this with my. Okay, that should be okay. Hopefully that's not too loud for you. Let's do. So isn't it fun to just like not know what's gonna happen? Because honestly, like, you come on here. I come on here. Let me talk in third person or whatever. I come on here and I plan, right? Got a plan. Have a plan or plan to fail, right? Got a plan. Come on here, and then it's more often than not there's like something unexpected that happens on live. So kind of fun, kind of wacky. Okay. I'm going to grab my NeoColors. Okay, so these are NeoColors, and let's pick some out. I have them organized by like warm and cool. So these are crayons. They're water soluble, most of them. I have my 1s and 2s mixed up. The 1s are not water soluble, the 2s are, but I use mostly 2s. So like I have like a rogue one here and there. So I'm just grabbing some colors out of my big jar here, and maybe I'll use these. Yeah, just grabbing those colors in. I'm just going to move my pens over here. Might still pop in some pens. Probably not going to use any water though today, because I don't need water today. This paper needs to dry because it's a little bit like, I don't know, it's a little nice coffee. It's a little damp-ish, not damp, but you can feel the. It's a good thing it's drying quickly. It's dried pretty quickly. So now I'm going to get my data points, and we're just going to go in. I use paper to line my workspace, so when I'm testing out things, I can just sort of draw on the side like that. It's great. Okay, so I'm going to just go in and start writing. Okay, I'm having a moment where I feel like I might need more depth here before I start drawing the writing on here. I want it a little bit deeper because I'm going to go in with a NeoColor too, in a lighter shade, like in a lighter shade of a white, kind of like a, it's like off white. And I want to make sure that this color is going to be able to give me enough contrast. So I'm just going in here. And we'll take it in there too. So hopefully doing this is going to help me to get what I want. I'm going to put a little, I'm just balancing. Do you see it's darker here, it's very dark here, and then I'm just adding some value down here so we have something that is a little better balanced. Like and subscribe, please, if you like this stream. I also stream at 12:30 p.m. I do a quiet stream. They're really fun. They're really good for like if you want to passively watch and like look up every few minutes and see what I've done with the piece. And they're also fun to watch because it's kind of like pantomime. Like I show you with my hands like my things that I'm opening and water pouring and stuff like that. So it's fun. I think it's fun. I had a really good one yesterday that let me show you what I did on it. Yesterday we did this and it was super fun. Oh, another cool thing about these OHUHUs, they have a very, you can get the fine tip end, which I honestly like don't usually use, but when you want to use it, it's nice that it's there. So it's one of those things that you're like, what am I going to do with this? And then, oh, that's what I'm going to do with it, you know? So I'm going to use like a for these lines over here. And then we're just letting this part dry, and then we're going to go in with all the words. And it's 43:26, so we have about, if I'm sticking by the hour today, which I would like to, but I'm not going to, you know, beat myself up if we don't. If can't make an hour, then we can probably make an hour and 10 minutes, you know. But you know, hopefully get done in an hour, get it done in an hour. Stick to the script. Not script. There is no script, but stick to the plan. So let's see where we are here. I'm going to start going in, and if I don't start here, that's okay. I'm going to start in other areas. So I'm just wiping down my crayon. These are water-soluble. These are water-soluble pastels, and watch how they work on top of a marker. Okay, see that? See, so you can get some level of opacity with them, and they're really nice. They're really, really nice, and these are fun to use together because then you can use it for gradients on top of your marker. You can use it for layering. The thing is, you can't use both at the same time, but if you do one, I mean, you could, and then you could have mud. So, but do you see how hard edged the marker is? Look at how you can soften it. You can soften it up a lot by using a NeoColor on top of it. And you can like create different effects with it, like that. There's different, you can get all kinds of different, and then use it for like your highlights. I don't have a hard, I don't sharpen these. Some people do. I've seen people sharpen them on, you know, on the internet. And I am personally against sharpening my NeoColors. But some people do. I think I think it wastes them. Because I feel like if you want to sharpen this thing, just take it. Not that I don't, this is like for people who are old enough to hold an X-Acto knife and to use one, but you could just like use an X-Acto, and I don't do this, but you could put it on like a self-healing cutting mat and cut it to make a sharp piece. Don't waste your precious NeoColors by sharpening them. They're just too precious. They're too precious. So this color is like a secret weapon. It's light lemon yellow, and it acts as a off-white, and it will help you if you're looking for like a white, like your lightest light that's not white. This is great for that. So that's how I'm using it. Because sometimes the actual white color is just too stark and just takes you out of the universe of your piece of artwork. But if you use off-white, the only thing, be careful. When you press really hard with these, you're like really infiltrating all of the fibers in your paper. And if you want to go in with another white, like this is white, well, it's working there. But if I was to try and do that over another NeoColor that I really pressed in and was using kind of full strength, yeah, I could have some trouble with that because it may not pop off the way you want it to, you know? Like it's doing pretty good there. And it's actually, this white works really well for the lemon yellow sea hibiscus flower in that stage of coloration. But I don't know that it would work in the same way for the other one. Let's give it a shot. So if I want to do like where the highlights, I think you could use this. Oh, you got to be careful. So you can clean these off by going onto like a paper bag or something. And if you have a little like remnants of different colors, just do like that. Anyway, that was just a sidebar. So yeah, so I really like to use light lemon yellow. Sahara yellow is another really good NeoColor for lights. And all right, look, have I been talking about doing the text and I haven't even done any text yet? So let's go in. I'm still deciding what I'm doing here. Do I want to go in with a dark and then do a light next to it? I think I'm going to do that. Let's try that. Okay, first let's decide what we're going to write. Sea hibiscus. There's just so many fun names I could call it. I could put it like AKA. But now that I'm drawing with these, I think I'm going to have, I could break out the white ink, but what to do? I mean, let's just start. Let's see. Let's do. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? What's the worst? The worst that could happen is that. And here's what I'm going to do right now. And I said not to, but I'm doing it. I'm using this OHUHU over my NeoColor tube, which obviously is possible, right? You can do it. I don't know how great it's going to be for my OHUHU marker, but I'm going to clean it off when I'm done. And I do, that's giving me what I want right now. It is fun to have just a completely hot mess day. Like today's kind of a hot mess day, and it's fun. It's fun because anything goes. You learn new things, and like it's just it's just kind of fun. Sea Hibiscus. Let's do the red on this again. What is? Should I break out paint pens for this? I have to wipe this marker off immediately because this marker, I don't want to get oil all over here. Let's see if that works in 20 minutes. It might not. We'll see. All right. Back to business here. So now we're going to do, what do we got on the time? We're at 52:24. Okay. So let's do this. Let's go down the art again while I decide what we're doing. Because I'm thinking, I am like, and I haven't brought it into this universe yet. I have not brought my paint pens into this universe yet because you know why? Once I start, it's going to be really hard to reel it in. I'm a paint pen fanatic. I have a lot of them, and yeah. So I've been not exploring the paint pens yet on my live streams, and could be a good day to jump in with a paint pen. Maybe. Because I think I'm going to need something that's going to really make this so I can just like whip out the lettering. And I think I'm going to be fighting with the media that I've picked out to use for this because I just don't think in the state of dryness or not dryness that these markers are on this page, I just don't think I'm going to get what I want from the combination of NeoColors and the combo of NeoColors and these OHUHU markers. So I think that might be the thing to do. I'm gonna potentially, but I like how this background's coming out. A nice background happening here. Into it. Let's try this one. This is vermilion. This is light cadmium red. So look at how that's just like giving this nice texture to the color. And more depth to it. I like it. I like it. Let's keep going with this, and then I'm gonna grab a few paint pens, and we're gonna paint pen this thing. I do think I want to keep this down here dark though, because we have some writing that's going to be happening, and I want to make sure that we have a nice deep. I'm wondering if all of these NeoColors are like the same. I have violets, purple violet, and this is purple violet, and this is lilac. Let's try lilac. So how does one end up with, that's better. How does one end up with two purple violets? So this is what happens. You have a purple violet that you bought, and then Caran, the company that makes NeoColors, decides that they're going to offer some special edition colors in a set of 40. And you are the consumer, and you decide that you cannot live without getting those special edition colors. And then you buy the set for, you know, the special edition colors, pretty much. And maybe there's a couple other ones that you need that come in the set too, but you really want those special edition colors. And then you end up with two of the same NeoColor that you have like a full NeoColor. Like my other NeoColors like are broken and used and loved, and that's as it should be. I have certain colors that aren't like this because I don't use this color a lot. Clearly, I use this color a lot, and we got stuff left to do here, and I think this is going to go a little bit long. I'm still going to be here at 12:30 doing a silent stream, and those are really fun because they're super like low. They're good energy, but they're low commitment. They're just like background noise, or not noise, background art, harmony. It's awesome. You just watch everything. I don't talk mostly. If somebody comments, I might say something, but it's very little, and I don't make a habit of it. Try and stay off. Keep my voice off that one. Sometimes I don't even have my mic, and you can't even hear anything. So, all right. Okay, I think we're looking good for this. Now I'm gonna grab. Let's do a little. Let's pump up here, and then I'm gonna grab a couple paint pens. Not too many. I'm trying to think about what colors I want. All right, I'm gonna grab. Okay. And you know, color theory being what it is, I might, and especially with reds and purples can be a little bit of a challenge. So I'm just gonna grab like a few and see where we go, because and some yellow, a little peach. You're gonna fall. Oh, I have a great yellow. Oh, I just dropped one. Look at this mustard. Isn't that awesome? Oh my gosh, I love that. That might actually work well on this background. Okay, I have these, and then I have. All right, let's see what we can do here. We're gonna knock off. Ooh, 59.48. Hey, we might make it. Okay, I have to do my crazy paint pen shaking. Okay, gotta do some shaky shake. It's gonna just be. I'm gonna try and do it away from the mic. So. All right, ready? Let's do it. Let's do this. Sea hibiscus, let's go. All right. We got sea hibiscus or how. Okay, so let's, all right, total experiment, baby. Total experiment. Let's make sure our paint pens are nice and juicy. We're going to switch it up a little bit too. I'm going to mix up the colors a little bit. Ooh, that looks good, right? Right. Good so far. Good so far. Okay. We got this. We got it. Little orange. Orange. What are we doing on orange here? I'm not getting a lot. It's a pretty color, but I'm not getting a lot of not getting what I want. So this is where that paper deterioration comes in. My paper is starting to shred in this area, and that's okay. I'm not going to work it much more. Famous last words. But sea hibiscus, and we're also going to write how or how. Let's see. How. There we go. And then in river valleys and along lowland streams. Let's see if we can use this one. This is like a very thin peach. Let's see if that, I'm not sure if it's going to work. Let's see. No, let's skip that one. I'm gonna get a nice, fat white one. Or maybe if it works, a fat off-white one. That one's kind of dried out. Let's see what we got here. All right. Ooh, I have a freshie. I haven't opened this one, but let's try this one first. Are we getting anything out of you? What do we do with our dead paint pens? Let's open this one. Oh, fresh paint pen. Fresh paint pen. All right. Let's get this guy going. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. All right, we're good. We're in business. This is beige. So again, this is, you know, like I was telling you, I really like these off-whites. And so this would not be like my first choice, but I have it. Let's see how far we can get with this one. Still needs more juice. I think we might have better luck with the white though in this. In river valleys and along lowland streams. And then large heart-shaped leaves. Large heart-shaped leaves. Hot Mess Express. Let's take down the contrast here. But things you have to think about when you're going to put text on something. Yes, I'm using this over NeoColor. No, I don't recommend that you do so. I don't recommend it. That's because the oils or the emollient, you know, water-based things, whatever, in the NeoColor waxes really don't really play great with, yes, I'm grabbing a brush. They don't really play great with these markers. All right, yes, I'm going in. I wasn't planning on it. But here we are, you know? We're here. We're here and we're just doing it. I just desperately needed some more pump that I was not getting. See how weird this, there's some chunks in here that are not well dissolved, but that's okay. We're gonna just work with the chunks today. I probably should start a playlist called Hot Mess Express. And I can put this one on it. I've had one other stream that I think would qualify as a Hot Mess Express. And I so do not regret it. Because you gotta make stuff that you're like, okay. Sometimes, you know, you really do. It's important. It's important in so many ways to not be too precious with things. And to just like experiment with things. I have a video about this stuff coming out soon. This is Zig Kurtaki, cartoonist, white ink. And I have had it years ago. and I liked it, but it's not like something that I needed all the time, so I never bought it again until recently. And ever since I bought it, the other day, I've been using it all the time. I've been using this stuff all the time. But you know, I am like paint pen fanatical, so if you like paint pens, if you are a paint pen fanatic, you might like it too. And even if you're not a paint pen fanatic, you might also like it. All right. Let us, sorry, I think I just hit my mic. Ooh, we're going late. I would venture to say this is not 60 minutes start to finish, right? Let's do some writing with the paint pen because I want to get some of this writing down in river valleys and along lowland streams. Found. Over. And if you like how this comes out, I'm going to just do a little bit of highlights on there. You can do that. Oop. Don't worry about it. And along lowland, low, land. Let's do a dash streams. There we go. Found in river valleys and along lowland streams. All right. Okay. Moment. Where is my? Can I put all my NeoColors back? Because you know what I want to do? I really want to do this. Oh, look. It's instantly erased. And we can do it again. Sound good? Let's do it. Oh! Oh, there we go. Oh, my cat fell off. All right, river. Oh, oh my God. I almost did the same thing there. Wow. Okay. I don't like that. Look at how easy it is. Change it. Just change it. You don't like it? Change it. Let's go in again. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. I got to be really, really careful now. This is going to be the last chance hotel right here. All right. Fine. That'll do. Large heart-shaped leaves. Am I using a dried up one? Yes. I'm going to show you why. Let's use it. No juice left? That's okay. Let's do this. And then let's grab this stuff again. Let's grab our crazy it's a bit thick. It should be thinned out, but I'm really flaying by the seat of my pants, so just going for it. Large art. I have to do a better job of mixing this stuff. Because the thing with it, with this Sig Kurtaki cartoonist ink, when you get it, it's all chunky. And you need to mix it really, really well. And it's a lot. It's a lot to mix. You'll get to see in the future if you watch the video that I just made. Just mix it all up in the video. Of course, I sped it up for you because you do not need to be watching me mix this for whatever 15 minutes or whatever it took. However long it took me to do it. 20, maybe, I don't know. It was a thing. It took time to do. And if you're wondering why I work backwards, it's because I'm a lefty and I, don't always work this way, but I try to when it's something that is, when it's something that I'm going to get my hand in if I'm not careful. If I don't remember before I do it, then I'll remember when I'm doing it. And then I won't forget again. So, or hopefully. So that is why. Because otherwise, I'd be dragging this white ink everywhere. Be dragging this white ink around all over the place. I do really like this stuff. So far, so good. I've had it once before, years ago. I think I mentioned this a minute ago. And I have had it before, but I did not buy it again because, there were other things that did the job for me that I didn't need to buy it again. Like paint pens and stuff like that. So didn't bite again, but you know, it really, in certain instances, it really comes in handy. I'm just highlighting some of these words, letters. Not going to do them all. So I thought today my most important thing was going to be to keep it to an hour, but it turns out that my most important goal today was to do something kind of different and fly by the seat of my pants. So there you go. And if you don't see the replay, if you have to go and you don't see the replay will be up you know, within a day or whatever. YouTube takes time to process things, live streams. So this is actually a really good example of why one would start from right to left if you're a lefty. Because now that I started doing this on the left, watch the amount of struggle I go through trying to do it on the right. See all the cool stuff you can do with this? Some pretty cool stuff with it. Yep, chunky. See? Almost done. I'm gonna turn my AC off. Almost done. Almost done. Great. Iced coffee. All right. Here we go. What's next here? Medicinal properties. Evergreen shrub or small tree widely cultivated in tropical and subtropical regions. Let's do that. Let's use, I'll use that. Okay. This is one of my ones. This is one of my Poscas. Posca, I just, okay. Evergreen shrub, we'll do, on the shapes. Do I want to do that? Part of it is that these flowers last only one day. Kind of important. Kind of important. I'm gonna do, let's do this. Oh wait, let me throw a curveball at you. That pink, right? Is it here? Right. Beautiful. Curveball. Curveball. I'm gonna be crazy. Hold on. Crazy. The reason my pen is not working is because I'm not supposed to be using it on this paper. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. This is gonna be fun. All right, we're almost done, and this is a blast. This is a blast. All right, do you see all those little chunks in there? So this stuff comes almost. It's like clay. It looks like clay when you get it, like soft clay, and you have to mix it with water or you use it. You can't use it right out of the jar. So Okay, I'm going to make sure you have eyeballs on this. Okay. Change the It's a little thick, as you can tell, but I'm getting the opacity. I'm going to do something. It's going to fill that A in. Okay. Looking a little rushed, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Very important. You're going to hear me do that a lot today, for the rest of this stream. I'm going to do the and that means, you can guess what that means. That means, if I had more time, I would probably be moving through this a little differently right now. That's totally all a part of the process. And this is actually going to give me a good excuse to show you how do you separate visually words when the way they're written is not doing that for you. So only one day. That could be one word for all we know. If we didn't know the language, right? It's not written. It's really not written in a way that makes that super apparent, right? So we'll fix that. We're gonna band-aid that. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be the most elegant fix, but I am gonna say that we're gonna make it so doesn't look like it's all mean. I would definitely say this one qualifies for Hotness Express. And there's a certain pride I take in that because it's important to be able to make a mess. And I'm happy to do it in public. If it helps inspire other people to get creative and not be afraid to make mistakes, let's make a hot mess. What do you say? That's what I say. Let's make a hot mess express. So let's finish our lettering. It's kind of nice how the colors underneath do pick up a little bit with this ink. It's nice. I like that. It works in this instance, because I really have worked this paper like insanely today. I mean, this is mixed media. It's a 7x10 mixed media Strathmore Vision padded paper. So I think it's like 98 pound paper. It's got like a medium tooth to it. It's not a hard it's not a rough one. It's also not super silky. It's, you know, your standard. But we're definitely, and the paper's holding up. I wouldn't say that it's not holding up. It's not. There are a few parts of it that I have worked, you know, to death for sure. And you can tell just by looking at it. I mean, up here, forget it. But yeah, I thought it was like 9 to 12, and that's what I had been going by for some time doing these live streams. And I just realized yesterday this is actually something I mentioned that it's 9 by 12, and then I compared it to my XL Canson one, and was like, this Canson 9 by 12 is much larger than 9 by 12, and it's like, actually, the one you're using is just not 9 by 12. It's smaller. So that's good. All right. Do we want to add a little something here? I think we do. I think we do. And I'm going to, in a minute, I'm going to shut this right now. Okay. Gotta write it out. Let's see. What do we got here? What are we doing? Medicinal. Okay. Here's what we do when we don't have time to do more, and we're not super thrilled with the balance. Okay, first I'm going to show you what we do with to separate the words. So this is the little trick. It's kind of a stupid trick. It's kind of a stupid trick because it's very obvious what I'm doing. Just put a little dot. Put a little leaf. Put something else. Just separate them. That's all. And if you want to get fancy, I just put my hand in it. Thank goodness I didn't smudge it. If you want to get fancy about it, you can just, you know, do something to the middle word that just differentiates it, right? A little bit. And then you're good. And so now you can say, oh, that doesn't read as, and then you can do something different to this word. Okay, well now I can see the words are, that's a different word. Oh, yeah, that's my letters and words mixed up. Okay, now I can say, well, that's a different word, clearly, because it's like got different colors going on in there. So you just do like a little visual cue. So now here's the tip for, here's my beautiful composition and it's unbalanced. And I don't have the time or the dry paper to not put my hand in it to fully flesh it out. And you know, we're not done, so I still could go in there, but I'm not going to do it this second. I'm not going to do it right now. Let's pretend, okay? Or we don't really know what's going to happen, but let's find out. Let's do a hypothetical. So if that's the case, I'm just going to take some balance. I'm going to do some balance stuff here. So I'm going to grab a little bit more paint pen in a good colors that will be coordinating. Let's just, I don't know if this is going to work, but let's give this a shot. Okay, this one, it's kind of like a, this is a Zaire. Okay, this is, oh, look, I made a mess. I'll fix that. Look, this is something we can fix. Look at this. I'm just going to fix it. Oh, maybe if I, see, this is lefty problems. Where's my darker? I want that darker pen. Just, yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay, well, so we'll just do this. We'll just do this. Fix it. See? It's all there. There we go. Lefty problems. Lefty problems. People with left hands getting in the way. Okay. So now we're just gonna do some little, you know, just gonna do some stuff to balance. Just add balance. So you want to get a color key, right? Get colors that coordinate, because you don't want to. This is what I do. Okay, I like to just add design elements. So I can go like, and then let's take this pink one again. Let's do some little buttons. Okay. And then you can go like, ooh, I did that there. Now I can do this over here. I can do like something like that. And then you can take like, I want like a nice dark one. Yes. Do that. Oh, look, it's already feeling more balanced now. And you can do your own thing, right? And you're good. You can even do something like this. Oh, what happened there? Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, there we go. Oh, let's do that. And then we can do like a little extra in there. A little extra, extra. And we can define a leaf. And then we can define the flower. A little better there. And then let's bring this guy in. Hey, we know this flower is yellow, but this yellow flower is living in a burgundy world. So let's just let it dive in. Do that. Okay. So are we feeling more balanced now? This is our balance. This is balance check. Balance check. And then you can even do like, oh wow, yes, that works. And then you can do like that. And you just do like things to sort of bring you into, right? Bring everything into balance. Now, I mean, I still have that spot. I still kind of want to like, I don't know what's going on there. I still want to put a little more data points in there. But I got, this was very important. Beautiful funnel shaped flowers last only one day. Super important. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Let's do this. Let's like do a little, this will help. Oh, just did it again. Let's do, see, this is super subtle. Super subtle. Super subtle. And we're just going to super subtle, do a little shadowies Little super subtle little shadows around the words, letters. Super subtle. Nobody even notices that, but they know that they can read it better, right? Oh, I didn't notice. I didn't even notice that, but all of a sudden it looks like I can read it again better. So that's good. Let's do some more. And isn't it funny that I'm putting a red on a green and yet I can read it better? And the whole thing is balanced with this burgundy color because this is like the home base, right? This is like an important color in this picture. So everything just is coming into balance more when I that helps it pop a little bit. Uh-oh. Low battery. Low battery. That means I gotta get off of here soon. All right. Now we are almost done because I'm gonna get I've been going for a long time here. Oh, sorry guys. Out of focus, out of picture. All right. I'm gonna be honest. I'm having trouble turning away from this. And I don't really want to get off this live and then continue with this because like part of the goal, right? Part of my goal here is to do it together, is to do it here. So evergreen shrub, widely, let's just write widely. And now we're asking a lot of me because I'm going to use some big words here and I don't have a lot of space to do it in, and that's okay. Widely cultivated. Here's what I'm going to do. This is all about problem solving. Cultivated. And kind of what I like about this right here now, what's going on is this pen is like slightly transparent. So I really do like seeing color. All the colors that I built up underneath, you can see it's kind of transparent, but you can still read it, right? So that's cool. And then I'm just adding a second little layer where I want the letters kind of pop a little bit more. Widely cultivated, and then we're going to write in tropical and subtropical regions. And I'm sad that we're not getting in all that other information that I want, but yeah. And yeah. Regions. R-E. I'm making up my own syllables. You can do that when it's your own piece of work. See? I like that. Oh, I want to put something up here. I'm going to put Hibiscus. We're going to do this scientifically. Hibiscus. Tilia 6. See? It is annoying. Oh, no, you're just, I'm sorry. I'm looking at this and I'm seeing my iPad, which is not good. C-E-U-S. Okay. Now, last bit. Okay. This is ridiculous. I'm here for 2 hours. What's going on? I am just gonna do this real quick. Famous last words. Doing right. We only really need it up here. Here's another little tip. If you don't want to, if you want to highlight a word, like if you want to give more oomph to a letter, but you don't want to rewrite the whole thing, just do like 1 or 2 lines of it, like the D. Sometimes that's all you need sometimes. And then it also emphasizes like the letter shape, so it makes it easier to read too. That emphasizes it too. I have to say, this ink is like fading the second I put it down. So why am I even doing it right now? So, yeah, I'm gonna just skip it. I'm gonna do a little up here for this word. This 2 words here. Hibiscus. And then the last word, and then we're going after this. We're almost done. But I want to take a good eyeful of this finished piece after I'm done with this. See where we are, see where we're leaving this. Okay. All right. Here we are. Here's the final. What do you think of the final? Did you enjoy the process? I hope you did. I did. And thank you for coming with me on this journey today. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be here 10 a.m. Eastern. Hey, maybe tomorrow I can stick to an hour. What do you think? All right. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.